What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Patriot Specialized today. Today's episode is jam-packed with some pretty cool stuff. We got
we ride across these plains and prairies, Rocky Mountain highs, fade off into the distance like ghost riders in the sky. Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all. Hell, it's our way of life. We're the last of the cowboys.
Just saw us picking up that truck chassis. We got that delivered this morning, ran over to Baltimore. I didn't get any film at the port in Baltimore. I ended up picking up at the Series terminal in Baltimore, and there was this super big dark cloud that you could actually see the rain coming out of it. It was coming right at us. And when they got me checked in, I was like, man, I gotta get this thing put on. And I was really trying to beat the rain. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I got almost there, man. I was that close to not getting wet. I got it all loaded up, got it chained down, got rehooked to it, and the only thing I had left to do was put my signs and flags on, and man, that cloud just let loose and soaked me. So I was kind of in a hurry. I didn't really didn't take the time to get the cameras out and film anything of the load. But I'm parked now down in man, where am I? Man, I don't even know. Exit 195 on 81. Almost to Roanoke, I guess, about 40 or 50 miles north of Roanoke. So running down to this load picked up obviously at the Port of Baltimore at Series Terminal, and is going down to Charlotte, North Carolina. We're dropping it off tomorrow morning because we booked the load down there in South Carolina to pick up, take back to Ohio. So this load was basically just getting us to another load. So we're going to talk about that here in a minute, because I think right now planning and scheduling your week and putting it together really is more important than almost anything right now. So, but right now I want to jump out, show you the load, show you what I got on. All right, here we go. Here's what we got going on. There's our baby right there. This thing is a Cat 730 articulating dump truck. We are tipping the scales at about 55,000 pounds. Weights came out pretty good on my axles. As you can see, as always, I pushed that thing all the way to the back, drove it until it was touching the back step, and stopped it there, and then chained her down right there. That's the best way I can do it for the way this, you know how this trailer likes its weight. So, but she's about 55,000 pounds. We are 10.5 foot wide. They're telling me 10.5 foot tall. I actually have not measured it yet. I've hauled a bunch of these, so I know that we're legal, but I am going to take a measurement real quick and make sure I know exactly where we're at, just in case I run into a bridge that's under 13.6, and I need to know how high I am. But so what we did for securement on this thing, obviously 55,000 pounds. How much securement do we need? 27,500 pounds. We're going to need 27,500 pounds worth of securement on this thing. So here's what we got. All of my chains on this one are all 3/8. I got 2 chains going all the way across the back here. I ran them both through the same spot, and they're going all the way across. So we get full credit for those, the full 6,500 for those. So right there, we got 13,000 pounds of securement. Obviously, got our flags on. Well, that stinks. We had our flags on the outside of the load. We put 1 chain in the middle. What I did here is 1 chain, 2 binders, just like I like to do, hooked right in their tie-down point and came down. So we get 1 credit, 1 full credit for that chain, even though it's 2 binders. So we're at what? 19,500 pounds here. Got our flag on the back side of this thing. I am not gonna pull on that just in case I break another one. And what I did back here is I did kind of the same thing I did on the other end. I went all the way across with these 2 chains here, so we get full credit for both of those. So there's another 13,000 pounds. So just in the 4 chains, we have 26,000 pounds worth of securement, and then we have the 1 chain in the middle. So we are more than covered on this thing. Got plenty of, ooh, man. Here's something you gotta look at in truck stops. When they got high curbs like this, and you're backing in, your natural thing you want to do is you want to back up until you touch something and just lightly touch it. Well, if you do that here, see how that tire's almost into that mud flap? If I'd have gone just a touch further, that tire would have grabbed a hold of that mud flap and probably ripped the mud flap right out of the bracket. And then, of course, you know, DOT requires us to have mud flap, so I'd have been putting a mud flap on this thing instead of going to get in the shower, get something to eat tonight. So, Glad I didn't back up any further than I did. I didn't notice that curb was on an angle. But here's a look at the other side. Pretty good looking load. Pretty short run. I think it's 561 miles down there, so pretty short load. Nice easy run. Not much to it. So got our flags on this side. I am going to I'm gonna go fix that flag real quick. All right. I see what happened. I see what happened here. It just pulled out. Man, I do not trust that. Maybe make this so it's not such a hard pull on it. Might work out a little better. There we go. Think that'll be all right. All right, so food and shower it is. In we go. Easy as that. Now we are off to Newberry, South Carolina, pick up a generator, go back up to Ohio.